Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cyberspace VR YouTube channel. We're excited to have you. Today we're going to do a deep dive into the Oculus Quest 2.
So I got the Quest 2 on release day. It was delivered to me, pretty late. It was like 8 o'clock, but I've been able to play it for at least a little bit, a few days. I'm loving it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and Sean did an unboxing video. If you want to give that a little look, see what his first impressions were of it, give that a nice click. We'll try and put it up here in a card for you guys to click on. But yeah, I actually have not put it on yet. We saved it for this specific moment, so maybe in a couple of minutes I'll throw it on and tell you what my first impressions are. But tell us what you think.
I was very impressed. So the first thing, we're big PCVR advocates, right? I've been playing PCVR for a long time. So I actually bought the Link cable with it, like expecting to utilize that most of all. But when I first got the Quest, I put it on and I played the just solo independent games on it, and I was really impressed, right? I played just basically the free ones, right? Like VR Chat and Rec Room. And the picture was fantastic. I wasn't having any weird, jarring, motion capture stuff. It was running perfectly well. One of the biggest reasons why I was excited for this headset was because we had Oculus Go's, and I loved watching TV in them. And so I actually watched some TV in this. I played some Netflix and just sat in my bed and watched TV, and that was just such a great experience. I was a little bit bummed out that the hand tracking motion detecting didn't work inside of certain apps. I was hoping for that, but
because that's a new technology, isn't it?
Right, it's been out since the Quest 1,
Okay.
but I was expecting them to utilize it a little bit better. I see. So I was a little bit bummed about that, but in reality, having a controller is more accurate anyway. This is the hand tracking thing is a little bit. It can be a little weird when you're navigating menus, but I've been loving the Quest. When I first grabbed it, I was like, man, this thing is so tiny.
Oh my gosh. That was my first impression too. Sean was like, dude, I'm coming over. I'm bringing the Quest. Let's film a couple of videos. Your jaw's going to drop by how small it is. And look how it is compared to the Rift S. This is what we have right here. Just look. I mean, both are small, and the Rift S is a smaller headset than most, but look how petite. I don't know if the camera's really going to do it justice, but until you have it in your hands, it is incredibly small.
Yeah, it's like the size of a big phone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So that was my first impression. The other thing, as soon as I saw it in person, I was like, I do like the color, but I think we'll talk about this later too.
Yeah.
But the white, I think, is going to get dirty. But I like just how different it looks. I think they're really trying to show, hey, this is the Quest 2. Oculus is different than everybody else. Check us out. We're better.
Yeah, and depending on the light, right, it's almost like a gray. It's like a off-white. It's a little darker. But I love this thing, man. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So
we think it's cool. Those are our first impressions. Well, okay, so tell me, what are the pros so far that you found with just handling it and playing on it?
Big pro, the screen resolution is amazing, right? It's actually the highest resolution headset I've ever played with. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I love how high res it is. It's really nice. Being able to, there's very little. So one of the biggest problems I had with watching TV or whatever inside of a VR headset is if you tilt your head a little bit, then you can see jagged edges on things, right? On specifically squares, like movie screens. When you tilt your head, you can see and then when you tilt it back, they get a little better because the pixels are square, right? So you can see the pixels when you tilt your head. This one, those are much smaller. It's a lot harder to see. You have to be specifically looking for it. So I love that. I think that is amazing. I'm so surprised they were able to jam pack that into this headset. Yeah, it amazes me. Another pro, I think, is the IPD adjustment. So that's changing the interpupillary distance. I thought it was going to be a weird setting inside, and then they would have motors or something to adjust that, but it's super easy. If you see here, if you want to adjust it, you just slide them, right? So I'm a medium, so I just leave that in the middle, but it's way easier than I expected it to be. That was awesome. Yeah, the sound is great. again,
The speaker
Yeah.
and the strap.
I was
system.
very surprised. I was expecting them to be kind of garbage.
Crappy.
Like, the Goes was kind of bad, and
Yeah.
the Rift S isn't that great either. But these speakers are actually phenomenal,
Huh.
at least from my perspective.
Yeah, because that's when we reviewed the Oculus Quest 2 versus all the other VR headsets on the market. That's one of the things we talked about pretty often was the speaker system wasn't
Yep.
going to be as good, but good to hear that it's good to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly. I think if you look, the actual speaker ports are larger on this than they are
I
on
see.
the Rift S. The Rift S just has these two little holes, and they're pointed down.
Right.
These ones are pointed more towards your face, and so they're going to go into your ear a little bit better.
Cool.
So I love that about that. Last big pro anyway, is this foam, the face foam. In the past, like on this headset, the foam, although it's more cushioned, this stuff is a lot more hardy, and you can just tell that it's gonna last longer.
Yeah, it feels, or it looks like it feels awesome because I haven't actually really
Yeah.
put it on yet. What I did was I put it on my face. I was like, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to wait to play it until we're on camera.
Yep.
But I could tell just by putting it on my face like this that it's way better than the Quest, or what's it called? The Oculus Go. Which
yeah.
We love that headset, but it was a bit clunky
Yeah.
and uncomfortable. It wasn't great.
Yep.
So this is way better.
Yeah.
My other first impression of a Pro is this is so mobile that it's insane. That is so small. You could put it into a really the small pocket of your backpack, take it to school or take it to work or wherever you're taking your VR headset. It's so small. This with the head strap and stuff isn't as practical to lug around with you, and plus you have to bring a PC. This, holy cow, you could put that almost in your jacket pocket. It's insane. So that's
Yep.
a huge pro. Take it to your friend's house. Take it to wherever, on the train. I don't care.
Yep.
Watch a movie.
Yep. One thing I did forget to mention, and we'll touch on the controllers later, but they obviously improved with the actual arm
Yeah.
strap. I hate the straps on the Rift S. I
They're
think
so cheap.
they're just cheap and they fray really bad.
Yeah.
Ours are in good shape because we take really good care of it, but I've seen them where they just get destroyed.
Yeah.
But this is their standard. This is actually very similar to how the Go was.
Is
But-
that actually a rope now?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
an
it's
actual
a
string.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Who'd have thunk it? A string. Wow. But
So complicated.
I like this one. When you have it on, you don't even notice. These ones, I would notice it sliding around. This one, I don't at all. I was I kept playing, and I'd take off my headset and be like, did I forget to put the strap on?
Yeah.
I don't remember. So, love that. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, that sounds like a pretty good segue into some of the cons, because we want to be very transparent with you, because you're probably thinking about buying this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pros, and I think we could even talk more about pros. It's a great headset.
Yeah.
But let's get into some of the negative things that you've, just in the first week of owning it, have found.
Yep. So, obviously, we made a lot of, Oculus Quest videos in prep for this coming out, comparing the specs. There's a couple of things that I didn't anticipate with the Quest 2. So, first off, the Quest 2, I love this headset. It's front heavy, obviously, right? It's lighter than this headset, but it feels very front heavy, and when you put it on, I'll just show you real quick. All the weight is on this faceplate, right? Before, all the weight was on the top of your head. So this part of the headset just rests barely on your face. It's just to make a seal. All the weight is right here on the top. So that way it's a lot more comfortable for long-term use. And I think that's really, really important and crucial.
You could upgrade, though, and get a very
Yeah.
similar Halo.
Well, that's the thing is the Elite strap, I'm pretty sure just connects into these connectors and then runs in a circle. So I still think it's going to be the same pressure on your actual face rather than your forehead. So I'm going to...
That could give you a headache after playing for a while.
Right. I'm going to miss that dearly. I was really kind of annoyed with this. I don't know why they chose to go with this strap over their last design that kind of cupped the back of your skull. This is old.
It's simple.
Yeah, this is how the Go was designed. It's they went backwards in their development.
Interesting.
So kind of bummed about that. Yeah. The other thing was, if you look at the...
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
Awkward. Someone's making a cameo.
If you look, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the lenses right here are so close to your eyeballs. In this headset, they're a little deeper and bigger, and that makes it so that it doesn't feel like it's touching your actual physical eye. Like my eyelashes are on this thing all the time. And I think that's because you have to tighten it to your actual face, and it just like depresses. Of course, you know, I feel like I have a weirdly shaped head, so maybe that's just me, and you can have your impressions in here in a minute. So.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else? I know you talked to me about the controllers a bit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
this is my biggest problem with the Quest 2. So let's take the Rift S controllers first. So if I'm holding this controller, my fingers can grab pretty much all along this top part, and it's comfortable, right? So like I don't have to be pressing this button if I don't want to. There's lots of space. It feels longer and more slim. This controller, I really feel like they were trying to do a lot more on this face, right? Look how much open space there is up here, right? There's so much open space. There's this weird like touch grip pad, and I'm not sure what this is for. They haven't quite implemented this yet. I don't know if that's just where you rest your thumb, or if that's like a scroll wheel or something weird, but it's there. And so that made it so that they had to add this like whole side. And in my opinion, it is completely unnecessary. I wish I could just wrap my finger around here a little bit better so that I could have a better grip. I was playing Beat Saber, and these controllers are so small, and I have small hands. Like, I have small hands for a grown man, and it wants to slide out, right? So you can't like grip the top. And if you've seen our Beat Saber videos, you know that I like to play Beat Saber with my finger through right here. But this controller, it's just so uncomfortable. This one was really nice. You could do that very easily, and it felt comfortable. But this one, like, there's no easy way to grip it. You have to hold this button down when you're holding this controller if you're doing any action. And so I can imagine that throwing some games off and not being good.
Oh yeah, I see.
So, bit disappointed with these. They're bulkier, they're heavier. At least they feel heavier. The ring is bigger. Like, they feel more clunky and just fat.
I can see what you're saying just by looking at it. It's probably really hard to tell over camera, but like it does look a little bit thicker and clunkier. So interesting. Okay. Well, is there anything else pro con that you want to throw in there, talk about for the viewers? Because I'm sure they're really considering getting one. If they haven't already. So.
You know, I really believe that this is the way to go these days. You know, if you're thinking about buying a VR headset for any reason, I still stand by the Go. I still think it's awesome.
Or the Quest.
The Quest. But there's just a couple of things that kind of bug me. I imagine there's going to be third-party solutions. As soon as someone comes out with like a good hand grip solution for this, I'm going to buy it. Like, I think that if this controller was a little longer and a little fatter down here, it'd be a lot easier to hold. And I wouldn't have to worry about it sliding out on me all the time. So I think that will help a lot. I imagine that, you know, that'll change the game for me.
For sure.
And then the Oculus Quest, I'm going to look into getting a different faceplate. Even though I do like this foam, there might be some accessory solutions. So, long story short, I think the Quest 2 is amazing.
Still, after 1 week of owning it, you would still endorse it?
I would still endorse it, yeah.
Okay.
I love it. I think the mobility of it is just so appealing.
So valuable.
And you can't find that anywhere else. There's no other headset that does this at all.
Not anywhere near its quality, at least.
Yeah.
There's nothing compared to it right now. It is the only headset on the market that is completely mobile or can attach to PC like it does, and has the resolution it does, has the price that it has.
Yep.
So we'll see. 2021, I'm sure there's going to be lots of competition, and we're going to cover it all right here. But yeah, so I think I'll try it on and give it a quick little run through. We'll try to screen mirror and show you guys what I'm seeing. I'm not sure if our solution is very awesome right now, so we'll give it a shot.
Yep.
If we can. If not, just watch me. It'll be great. It won't be too bad.
I'm really curious to see what your kind of first impressions are.
Yeah, I am too, because just looking at this looks like the best headset I've ever seen. I love the size. I love how small it is. Let's see.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to stay seated here. I think we're in a good angle, so. Okay, what I love first off is how Oculus has the 5 cameras and actually shows you what I would be seeing if my eyes were there. Like I can see Sean right now because of the 5 cameras that are placed throughout the headset. That is so cool. Like watch, I can grab. How like what the heck? That is so cool to me. What generation are we?
The camera pass through is just
That is
it's really
insane.
actually really awesome.
Yeah.
The Rift S and even the Vive had a version of it, but it was never really that good. This headset has phenomenal pass through. You can see really well. So
Okay, I'm creating the Guardian. Okay.
so I think you can just hit the stationary.
Okay. Switch to stationary.
Yep.
Okay. Confirm. Okay, we're looking good. Wow. Okay. So right now, I'm in like the home menu. It looks like I'm in like LA. No, that's not LA. There's like some awesome mountains over there. Gotta say, first impression, this is very crisp. Are you seeing what I'm seeing on your phone?
I'm not yet.
Okay.
No.
You'll probably get there soon. Probably need to connect to the Wi-Fi before doing anything. I don't know if I will do anything. Let's see. We might just flip around on YouTube and stuff. Let's see. Open Wi-Fi settings. Add network.
The Guardian setup is very easy. It's similar to how it has been for a while. I really liked it. It was very easy to set up. I did notice some weird things though. Like when I was in my bedroom, I was trying to watch some TV, and if you stay stationary for too long, the headset will go to sleep. And so when you're watching TV, you're just laying back, and so it actually went to sleep a couple of times, and I had to kind of reset it over the course of. I was probably watching Netflix for like an hour and a half, but that was kind of a problem for me. I didn't really like that, but I could set up a very easy stationary thing and whatever. As soon as you leave the Guardian, it adds the pass through so you can see what's going on in life. You should try out the hand.
Yeah. So how does that work?
So go to the games or your library.
The library's probably. Where are we here?
I believe it's called Oculus Hands or something like that.
Oh, let's find here. Oh, I keep trying to click the trigger and not the A button.
The trigger works.
Oh, was it? Browser, store.
Let's trigger that.
Oh, I was doing the other one, the side one.
Yeah.
Library. Okay, what are we looking for?
It's like
Hands.
hands.
Okay. Okay, I'm having trouble getting it to stay tight. There we go.
Okay.
That's better. Okay. Use your hands in VR. Let's see how this works.
So you put the controllers away.
Oh, you put the controllers away?
Yeah.
Like let them go?
Uh-huh.
What? Pinch to select.
Here, I'll take that.
What the heck? Whoa, so it actually sees my hands
Yeah.
without controllers? That is crazy. Then you just point and then you pinch. What the? That is way cool, actually.
Right?
Okay, first impression, this is dope.
There's no other headset that does this, right?
Wow. Like literally it shows my hands, I can see my fingers, I can
Yep.
give myself the middle finger if I wanted to and I would see it. I won't. Give myself a thumbs up. I can see my hands and it like, wow, Spock. That's actually really crazy. And
Yeah.
then you just pinch to select to continue in the menus.
So obviously this is very new, right? Like
Yeah, what the
this is very new technology. Not every app even has support for this, but the web browsing uses it for sure. I don't know. It feels good.
Wow, I literally feel like, not a Jedi. Maybe a Jedi. I feel like I have the Force. It really does feel like that. So let's just go to YouTube here.
One of my biggest like hang-ups with VR in general, and this is pretty normal, but you can't very easily. There's no super easy option to rotate the entire space up like this so that you can lay down completely. Especially like even with hands, like if you're using your hands and you're trying to lay down and watch a movie, you can't like do that. It doesn't work that well. The way that they're tracking or whatever it is, it doesn't do it.
So I just turned to pass view, or is it pass
through?
Pass through. So that when you turn on pass through, does that just make it so you can see your surroundings?
Yep. Is that because it was like, oh, you need controllers for this?
Yes.
Yeah. So would you like the controllers back?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm good. I think just in general, I see that the clarity is amazing. It looks very, very crisp. The hand thing, like scrolling through the menus with just my hands, is really cool. Oh, you can do it like this too. Wow. Yeah, I will have to break it down even more with some games in a little bit. Maybe we'll create another video on that. But very impressed so far. Obviously, I haven't hopped into it all, but yeah, that's actually really cool.
Right?
Very cool.
Like, and the resolution's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I do see what you say. Like, right now, I do feel like there was a lot of pressure on my forehead.
Yep.
I see what you mean by that. But wow, very impressed just with the 4 minutes that I was in it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think the Quest 2 is going to be the direction that everything's heading.
Has to be.
And I it makes me a little sad because I'm like, I love PC VR games, and I worry that it's going to get kind of jumbled and weird, and they might only release games on the Quest because it's more, profitable or whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, anyways, this is our review of having a Quest for the first week. We're still loving it. I think it's amazing. I just put it on for the first time, and I think it's sweet. Sean obviously loves it. There are some pros, there are some cons, so weigh those out.
Yep.
But for the $300,
Yeah.
sheesh.
$300 is killer.
Get 3 of them. Jeez.
Yeah, $300 and then getting a link cable. I still do recommend getting the link cable, even though it's way more expensive. Right, you're spending probably twice as much on the link cable as you would on like a third-party one, a high-quality third-party one that probably won't have issues. But
Probably worth it.
I think it's just worth it.
A lot of people in the comments have and probably will say, no, you can just go get a $10, $20 one. You probably could. But
Yep. Or
I
they're
just don't want
saying
the issues.
that you can use virtual desktop, which you can, like especially if you have a Wi-Fi 6 capable router, that's very doable. But a lot of people don't have a great Wi-Fi situation at home, so like
Yeah, we don't here.
yeah, Landon has an
It's
awful
spotty.
one.
So spotty.
We have like a fancy Ubiquiti router. It's great. So I'm going to do some more testing on that before I give my 2 cents, but definitely we'll have that in the future.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, get out there. What are you doing here still? Go out there and buy an Oculus Quest 2. If you've already bought one, go buy another one. Just kidding. But we appreciate you guys here. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope that you like, comment, subscribe. It gets us motivated to keep on going.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time.